Alright, here I go again. So in this video, welcome back. I'm Nicholas and I'll take you through this video of uploading your Laravel applications into the shared hosting cPanel. Yeah, so let's see how this shit goes. So I have my cPanel. I have to log in. So let me get my credentials. Nice. So I have my username. Nice. So we have managed to log in successfully. As you can see, this is our cPanel dashboard. And we can go ahead and if we go to the domains, let's look here. You can search here and say domains. I want to click on them. You can see here. If you click here, this is the site that we are gonna update. So I have my credentials here for the site. So I'll log in. One of my second screen is misbehaving. So you can see how it looks like right now. Okay. So you can see this is just some of these widgets for dummy data. So, and if you come to my new application now, let me switch it up. Alright, yeah, you can see it. Of course, if you come here to the dashboard, you can see even we have a loader and you can see how it has changed. There is this widget, there is this, you can get how many members are there with my little status, age distribution, yada yada. So you can see even upcoming birthdays. This is what now our stakeholders love, are getting those visualizations that can help them in decision making. If you come to the members, you can even search here, choose search with whatever you want. It's member number. If you start to search, let's say 10. 10 is Albert Karish. Let's see. And you get there. Can export all of that, but here we are just to upload. So I'll stop my promotion of the application and go back. So I'll go now. So you have seen the site. I'll go now to the document root. So, you can see here I have a zip. So this was the zip I uploaded for the current site. So what I want to do is, because I know I have now zipped. If you can see, if I go to hard, I'm using Laravel hard. So you can see this is the current version that is on the server, because now I have zipped another one. So this is now the version 2. So this is what I need to upload to my directory, so that, because the name is the same as, if you come back here, you see this name, ChurchFlock system, is the same as this name, ChurchFlock system. So I'll go back here and rename this, so that, and then call this version 1. Now I know this was the first version I used. Okay. Then I'll say I want to upload. Yeah, and I'll drag. Yeah. And now my version 2 is uploading to the server. So as it does that, I'll have to go back here. And of course, we need now to go back to the database, because what we need to do is to do a backup of the current database, or the tables or the view. Download backup. Okay, and do that. So you can do this full backup account, but this will come with all the tables. So this is something you can be doing maybe on a weekly basis or a monthly basis, especially when you are on the production. So I want to go to the PHP admin and I want to do this manually. Okay, so it's loading. Let's give it time. This is the database. So as you can see, it has tables and of course some views. Okay, now I'll click here, the database itself, and I'll go to the export. So why am I exporting? I just want to have that my backup of DB when I'm doing the rollout, so that in case of anything, you can roll back, okay? So I'll store that in the HUD, of course. Let me go here and say I'll create DBs. So I've created DB. If you go to the HUD, here is where our new project live. So I've created a folder called DBs. This is now where once I upload maybe to the UAT, you can have, so I'll paste this. This is my project, and I will call it version 1, like that. So that I will know that was the first version, and then again I have my first version here of that system. So what do we do now? Now I have a tool called SQLiog. It's the one I'm managing my SQL database, so I'll just collapse everything, all the tables, all the view. Then I'll do a database dump, so backup and export, backup as SQL dump, and we get a pop-up here. So we want all the tables, all the views, of course. So, and I want structure and data. As you can see, this is going to projects, yada, because of course this I'll not take it to the, you see, I have another backup folder for when I'm uploading. So this now I can call it version 1. So this is now version 2, but it's not the schema. This is not the schema. ChurchFlock will be done. Right. Okay. Version 2. So include a drop use database. No, I don't want to use database because that will not work. In my PHP, my admin, create, you include drop statement. Yeah, that is good. Done. Yeah, now heading back to my PHP, my admin, what I want to do, I just want to drop everything. I don't want it to start trying to drop, of course, users is referenced in other tables. So we must start with a table that is not referenced anywhere by the other table. Like groups, but groups is in the members. Let's try members. By the members is gone. So these home sales, yada. Don't worry about this you're seeing as these are the views, okay? But those one, because it's a combination of several tables, events, information. That's why we delete them last. So that's why I wanted first to drop everything so that I don't have to face now this when you're uploading, facing now those foreign key issues. Great, we have a clean database. Now what do we do? We import, because already you had exported, then we choose a file. Of course, we know where it is. It was in projects, db. Then, yeah, this one. It's what we want. And what do? We import. So let's see. Oh, awesome. We successfully uploaded all our data dump. Remember, our views, we have not uploaded them. So what I'll do, because the one that was generated when by SQLiog, these are my views. So what I want to do, let's just close this. This is what I was working with. Yeah, I want now just to alter the view. Now you get, yeah, you get, so this is now your view. Drop view effect this, we don't want that, create. So I can modify this. I don't want these delimiters. I don't want this. I don't want all of this. Create algorithm and definer. I don't want definer. I just want to have create view like that. So now I'll copy this. Then I'll go back here in my query, if I go to the SQL tab, I'll paste my query. Then if I say go, you'll see now I've created a view. You see there's this one new view. So I'll go through the rest. My editor can fast forward as I'm doing the rest of this. So as you can see here, I'm just now just making my views to have a simple query and removing some of those delimiter and whatnot and algorithm, so that now my admin will be able to run that query very smooth. So when I had uploaded even with the views, those view schema for the views, I realized that those views were inside the tables, but now when you learn the queries, you realize this is now falling under views. Okay, so let's continue with our good work, with our noble and beautiful work. So, and we are done. So as you can see, it's a very tedious work. So yeah, you have to keep on doing that. But what you can do, if you know your views will not change, then if you adjust maybe your tables. So how I was copying them, so you can have a file, just one single file with all those views, all those queries, so that you can have that as a backup. Even if you want to migrate to another host, you'll be able to upload views at a go, or in case maybe your host is attacked and maybe you need to appoint your domain to another host. So we are done with our database, everything we have backed up. So first step in the database module is to back up. Make sure you have a copy. Then you start now uploading your new version, the latest version. In case you experience challenges, what you do is just revert back to what you the version that was there. Yeah. So database complete. So we can go back. So of course now our file has completely uploaded. So if we go back here and refresh, remember this is our current version. I bet there'll be some errors here. So this is one that is online. So you see it's having some errors. So it's time now we update. So that's ChurchFlock system. Let me call this version 1. Yeah, let me call this version 1 first. Because why did I do that? When I unzip this, it will come with this. And if I had not renamed this one, then it will just replace. And I don't want that. There's a lot of setup involved, and I just want to go through all of that. I'll do another video on how to upload a completely new Laravel application. So you can drop a like, subscribe, share, so that when we have more community, we have those developers having challenges on deploying their stuff. Also, you can also deploy this by GitHub action. So yeah, if you're interested, drop down in the comments. Okay, so this is now the new system, and I need now this to call it version 2, because I want to work with the version 1 that was there, but now yeah, like that. Why am I doing this? Because I just want to replace most of the files in this, because I already have a backup, so I'm not worried a bit. So this version 2 is this, so this one I rename it also to version 2. Yeah, I should do that. When you remember something small, just do it. Otherwise, you may forget. So this is the version 2 zip. What do we do now? So if I go here, there are critical folders that I want to replace. One of those things is on the resources. All of this, I don't, okay, I know I've not touched on CSS or yada, it's only the views. So I'll just rename this to views old. So I'm doing this because I want now to copy the views in this system directly there. So if I say copy, what I'll have to just change is this version to here. And it will go to this folder and also in this folder resources. So the folder views will be copied there. Now that we have renamed the one that was there, it will not be replaced. Okay. So as that is happening, we move. If we go back to this, we know what else that has changed. What is in the database? Okay, that one it did not touch one bit. So routes. Aha, yeah, routes. So web file we need to copy. So what I can do now is I know this is not the best method to deploy, but of course, as a beginner, you must start with the manual process so that now when you come to automate, you know where and where to touch. So we have touched on the views. We are going now to the route. So imagine if you are using GitHub Actions, only the changes that you have made that will be brought here to your application. But I had some challenges with the ENV. So yeah, when ENV is overwritten, then it becomes a challenge. But I think uh, focus one of these days into coming up. So what else do we need to change? If you come, so let's start, of course. Okay, let's start here. Vendor test storage. Do we have anything in our storage? No. Routes we have done with that. Resources we have done with that. We have dealt with that. We don't need anything here to change. Database, nothing here changing. Configuration as well. Bootstrap as well. Up here is where the kernel form lies. You see, even I have DTOs in this version 2, but in version 1, if you go to the app, so there's a lot changing. Because what I can do, I'll just copy the apps folder. Yeah, here we go. So app folder. So the app, I want to rename this to Odd. Then here I want to copy this to ChurchFlock system. Then I copy files. Yeah, there we go. So I don't know whether we still have errors, but let's hope everything is copying successfully. But let's see. So we are still getting errors. So why this? So what we need now to do is activate in an env folder. So I'll switch to the just activate. I don't need you to see the env. So yeah, now we can be able to see what the errors is. Event participation rate. So let's see. Event participation rate. So event date, this is the one that they are saying syntax error or access violation. Event date isn't in group by. So it's coming from here. Okay, so let's copy this. Let's see what this got to do. If we query this, do we get anything? Yeah, so it's working. I'm not sure how, but let's see here in our SQL and see. It's working. So why is it now saying this? Okay, let me look into debug this real quick. So I've realized I have to add a group event date in the group by. So what we can do, so you are selecting this event date is here. Then when we come the other members participation left to join, there was view participation rate. So yeah, it's this view participation rate. We want to drop this view. Yes, let's cross all these tabs. No, 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 no. Let's see if this query has any issue. Let's just say create view. Say you maybe you could have spent some rate. So by refresh event participation rate, and we say we want to view the data. Nice. So what we do now is we copy our entire query and we say now we want to come here, and of course there was view participation rate. I hope yeah. So you can click views, then select it and drop. Of course, drop view when you get that. So we're gonna run our query. Uh, Oh yeah, we need to remove replace. Okay, so let me debug this. So I've accessed my terminal. So what we are doing is we are running composer dump autoload. So this will now, it's like regenerating and routing all the classes. So that now, let's see whether this has crossed. Yeah, as you can see now, it has cleared everything. Now I can go back home. So here on the web, we can just say, okay, when that is okay, so we can close this. Let's try to log in. Awesome. So this is live, as you can see now. Earlier on, what our project was. Now you can see what I had shown you earlier, what we expect. Yeah, let me try clicking these links. Loading, yeah, exactly. So member ID, let's say we want to search number 6. I want to search with the member number and 6. So yeah, we get that. We can clear. What else can we choose? Can choose phone number. So what I'll do, I'll try to search with this phone number and see. So phone number is Nova. Oh, nice. So our search is working. We can try to download this and of course see whether if we search by group, elders, and of course let me select my visitors and say download. Awesome. So you can see our system is working quite fine. Now there's one more thing we need to do. You can see the report, even how the Excels. Yeah, this is report. It was generated. So this is dummy data. It's not real data. So yeah. So if we come here even to the, so you have seen events, and it's loading quite nicely. I think events. Let's see how it's searching. Number. Let's say we want. Do we have? Yeah, we have number 10. So you can, if you have a specific member you want to search, you can add them, present in person, and you can see now they comes, those name comes here. You can try to refresh, or yeah, or those are the actions. You can also add even by the group, and maybe select all the elders and say okay. And you can see now it has added all these two people. Member ID, of course, this is, it needs to be refreshed. Nice, I'm happy with myself. This is quite a good, you say even the reports. Yeah, I'm happy with my work.